Welcome back to this edition of More Than the Score here at the Telegraph Herald. This is Tim O'Neill. I'm your host this week, Brenden West, and you know what that means. No Steve Ortman. This is going to be the greatest More Than the Score episode ever. Am I right?
Yeah.
So anyway, we've got a lot to talk about this week. State baseball is going on. We have Beckman and Wahlert down at State, and we've got some great action, and it's really a good example of all the great baseball that's being played this season in Dubuque County. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, well, it's kind of become tradition to have teams down at the state tournament. Jim Leitner, our sports editor, is down there covering all the action this week, and once again, two teams. We got Dubuque Wahlert making its third straight appearance, and Dyersville Beckman has pretty much made its summer home at Principal Park in Des Moines the past several years. They're down there once again, so should be plenty of action this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jim, of course, is doing a great job. You can follow along with his coverage at our Twitter feed, which is TH Sports Feed, or you can go to telegraphherald.com and follow along all the live action. We're getting updates as the games conclude. And Jim, of course, is doing a great job with that. We had some walk-off magic this week. Let's focus on that one first. I mean, what a thriller, and it's a historic win, isn't it?
Yeah, Dubuque Wahlert got its first ever victory at the Summer State Baseball Tournament. They were making their third straight appearance in Des Moines, and they went into the bottom of the seventh inning on Tuesday, trailing 4-3 against Marion, and then they got a little bit of magic to pull it out. Spencer Gert played the tying run, and then Joey Callahan came up with a walk-off single to left to win it for the Golden Eagles. So they take out Marion in the quarterfinals and keep their season moving on.
Yeah, that's just fantastic. Our photographer, Dave Kettering, is down there, and you know what? We're up here in Dubuque, all the way, 3 hours removed from Des Moines, but if you just look at the beautiful photos that Kettering shot, too, you can really sort of feel the magic of that moment. It's been a long time coming for Wahlert. They've made it to state 3 times in a row. They finally get over that hump and get that first historic win. What about Beckman? What are you seeing and hearing about what they're able to do down there at State?
Well, Dyersville Beckman, like we said, they make their summer home at Principal Park. They're the number 1 seed this year, and they really got things started strong on Monday. They got a 7-1 victory over Denver, and then Jackson Bennett struck out 10, 3 hits allowed in 6 innings. Really strong outing for him. Still unbeaten on the mound this year. And so the Blazers, they got their 30th victory. Mm-hmm. They're moving on. They get Iowa City Regina at 5 p.m. on Thursday, today, if you're watching it when this comes out, in the semifinals, with a chance to move on to the state championship once again, which will be at 1:30 on Saturday.
Yeah, well, hopefully those two teams, we know that they're playing their hardest down there, and, it's always some great baseball to watch down there at Principal Park, home of the Iowa Cubs. Best of luck to both teams as they continue their state playoff journey. Anything else? Any other reflections as this baseball season sort of comes to a close here?
Well, after Beckman's game on Thursday, we still got baseball going on. We got Wahlert will play its semifinal against top-seeded Davenport Assumption. So they get, the tournament favorite, so to speak. That'll be at 1:30 on Friday. And then if the Eagles win that, they would play again in the championship game at 5 p.m. on Saturday. So that's what we got. Hopefully we'll be reading about championship victories in Sunday's Telegraph Herald.
Yeah, well, and if they get us both back in the booth here, that'll be the next greatest More Than the Score show.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Oh. Well, one thing that I know I'm better at than Steve Ortman is wrapping the show up, and so I'm going to do that right now.
I don't think I can watch this.
I'm Brenden West. This is Tim O'Neill. This is More Than the Score, and we will see you next week.
That was painful.
Cut. We're done.